What is going on, beautiful people? This is Business Connect once again here with another exciting edition. Is it your first time watching our channel? Okay, so if this is your first time watching our channel here on Business Connect, we bring you recent news, latest news about things happening here in China, especially things that affect international students and foreign experts living here in China. In our past videos, we've been talking a lot about when will China open its borders. We bring you updates about the recent things happening and try to help you to evaluate when China will open its borders. So in today's edition, I have 5 updates bringing to you guys. But before I bring you these 5 updates, help me like the video, share it with someone, and if you're not yet subscribed to our channel, hit that red subscription button and join us on the channel so that each time we bring videos like this, you won't be left out. Okay, so amongst the 5 updates that I'll be sharing in this video, 3 are good news and 2 I can't really say they are bad news, but they are not really good, but they will help you take a decision. They'll help you try to look further into the future. Let's start it. So the very first one, which is what has been trending in China in the past few days and almost like 2 weeks now, it says China, mainland China, is getting ready to open its borders with Hong Kong, which means that travelers with residents from Hong Kong can travel quarantine free in and out of China from mainland China into Hong Kong. This is what a lot of people, especially residents in Hong Kong, have been waiting for this news. And in the past days, the Chinese delegation, health authorities, and some administrative authorities held a 4-day working session in Hong Kong where they looked at the situation, they assessed the situation in Hong Kong to see if China, mainland China, is ready to open borders with Hong Kong. And in response to that, the administrators and the health authorities also from the Hong Kong side came over to Shenzhen, the mainland China side, and also held a working session where they had to see how will this process take place? How will the border opening take place? So as a response from both meetings, from both sides, the Hong Kong side and the mainland China side, the outcomes were that China might in the first week of December open its borders to Hong Kong for quarantine-free travel, which means that travelers from Hong Kong can get into China and out of China without going through the rigorous quarantine checks. But this will not be done in a disorderly way. Strict health measures and controls are still gonna be in place. They've come up with a QR code that can trace people's movement for the past 7 days, and after scanning this QR code, your movement will be seen, and they'll have daily quotas, which means that only about 1,000 people can get in per day. And also there will be priorities that will be given to business people and people who are traveling for emergencies like maybe funerals or very high important events. So a special task force has been put in place in mainland China that will coordinate this process of quarantine-free movement between mainland China and Hong Kong. The next good news that is coming to you guys concerns students from Southeast Asian countries. And it said the Association of the Southeast Asian countries, they just held their 38 and 39 summit a few weeks ago. And one of the resolutions that came out was that the ambassador made it very clearly that students from Southeast Asian countries will be given high priority to return to China by next year. Yeah, they've always given us updates like this, but nothing substantial have ever come out of it. Students from several countries or ambassadors from several countries have said the same thing. Nothing substantial has come out. Now let's see that after this ASEAN meeting, the ambassador have said the same thing. So let's see how feasible this will be from students or concerning students from Southeast Asian countries. So let's right on to our third good news, and it says that 16 countries have approved the emergency use of the COVID-19 drug that has been discovered in China. So this COVID-19 drug that was discovered by a research institute here in Shanghai, China, has already completed the 3rd stage or the 3rd pilot stage and has been approved by 16 countries for emergency use. We know that things like this will only help China to open its borders soon, because once the drug is used and is seen to be effective to cure the COVID-19 virus or the COVID-19 disease, then there are more hopes that China will open its borders anytime soon. And in our next update, which I think is not a very pleasant one, it says a new variant, a new COVID-19 variant has been discovered in South Africa, and this has led so many countries to place travel bans to travelers from about 8 Southern African countries, including South Africa, Lesotho, Botswana, Namibia, and other countries that are found in the southern part of Africa. This is not really a good news, not only for Africa, not only for Southern Africa, but for the rest of the world, because once things like this start happening from one part of the world, before you know it, you will hear it has been discovered in another country. Someone traveled from this country to this other country, and before you know it, the world will be going into another doom. When the Delta variant was discovered in India, people didn't know that it was spread throughout the world, and before you know it, it was spreading like wildfire. And now another variant has been discovered, which is placing the world in another panic. But for me, I personally think that the world, and especially China and many other countries, have already developed a lot of resources and the experience to deal with the virus. No matter new variants are coming up every day, I think the scientists also are not having a rest. The more the virus is multiplying into different variants, the more scientists are coming up with different ways of combating this global pandemic. So I think it's not something that should put students or travelers into any panic, because I think the scientists are already on it, and before you know it, it will be history. Okay, so and now let's talk about the COVID-19 situation in China. We know that right now China is one of the most safest countries in the world that has succeeded to control the virus to almost zero. Now in China, when you hear a city say there are 3 cases, there are 4 cases, the city immediately goes into a war state. Like a few days ago, there were 3 cases in Shanghai, and if you see how the communities reacted to this, you would think that there were thousands of cases. So I think that the situation in China has not completely come to an end. There are still few cases coming up every now and then, 3 cases here, 4 cases here, and so on. But the country has developed the experience and resources to deal with even thousands and thousands of cases. So it's nothing that people should bother a lot about. So if mainland China is trying to open borders with the administrative region of Hong Kong, I think it's a major step of opening up. And also looking at the situation of other countries, Japan, Australia, United States, UK, and so many other countries that gradually started opening up, I think China will put all this together. And after the Olympics, and we think by March next year, all these experiences and information put together, we think China will be gearing up to opening its borders, especially to international students, which we know they're the only group of people that have not had the opportunity to return to China for over 2 years now. This is Business Connect. This is all we gathered for you today. If you like what we're doing on the channel, do us one favor, hit that subscription button, like the video, share it with someone, and if you have something to comment, if you have any questions, let us know in the comment section below. I'll see you in our next video. Bye bye.